And we're on, and good morning. Good morning to everybody in the sanctuary, and also good morning to all of you that are at home with us live streaming. It is a great morning. I love the weather forecast here. No precipitation for the next 5 days, and I wake up and there's snow on all of the rooftops, which was really lovely because none of it was on the street. Although I have to tell the truth, I sort of am waiting for the first one to come, and then after that I don't want any more snow, but I do like the first one. So welcome everybody. Turn off your cell phones if you haven't done that already. Even I did today because mine was absolutely ringing last Sunday, so I turned mine off too. So do we have an opening song?
We do.
We do. We are going to do Joy to the World. So all of you people in the sanctuary would like to stand, or you could sit. I'll leave it up to you. So we're going to do Joy to the World. Oh, you're making me lead? Tom, you need to put that microphone on and sing with us. Find it. And every heart prepared Him, and heaven and nature sing, and heaven and nature sing, and heaven and nature sing. Well, we're not doing too good with this. I think we need ones that have words. So let's fade her out and know that we have joy to the world. Hey guys, we're trying here with our limited staff. So just sing along with us and laugh. And this is why my talk today is about being wholly joyous, because no matter what's going on, you can just laugh and be wholly joyous. So, all right, so our vision and our mission. So we definitely are a spiritual community of love, peace, and acceptance, and you are accepting our music today. And we are creating an inclusive spiritual community through fellowship, service, and community outreach. And that certainly is our goal. So I would like to ask Tom Clever to join me on the podium, and Tom will be reading the daily word and lighting the Christ candle and doing the flames of faith with me. Tom.
Thank you, Reverend Aubrey Lynn. The word for today, December 6th, 2020, is peace. Peace flows through me and blesses the world. The light of God shines within all people. I pause to remember this truth as I consider the world and my relationship to it. Jesus said, "Peace I leave with you, my peace I give to you," John 14:27. The same divine light that lived in Jesus is shining brightly in me. My peace is a gift I choose to give to the world. I bless the world by affirming, the kingdom of God is among us here and now. It is through this Christ-centered awareness that I project a consciousness of peace. I live, move, and have my being in the light, love, and peace of God. I expand my awareness of divine ideas through prayer and meditation, and I do my part to uplift the consciousness of the entire planet. I am walking in the light of God, and I am at peace. And from Revelations 21:24, the nations will walk by its light, and the kings of the earth will bring their joy into it. I light the Christ candle today as a reminder that that's what this season is for us to realize our own Christ presence within us and to express it every day.
And we perform this ceremony, Flames of Faith, to promote the universal consciousness of life, which acknowledges that all people and all faiths, all sentient beings come from the one great universal presence, which we call spirit. Fundamental to this truth is the unifying nature of all religious thought and experience, which we honor here today. So as I asked Tom to light the first candle, we light this candle for the Tao, honoring the universal path of harmony and equilibrium, the natural way. We light a candle for the shamanic traditions, honoring the beliefs and practices of all indigenous people, the way of primal spirituality. We light the third candle for Hinduism, honoring the path of knowledge, action, and devotion. We light a candle for Judaism, honoring the ethical path of living by sacred law. We light a candle for all forms of Buddhism, honoring the Four Noble Truths and the path of compassion. We light a candle for all forms of Christianity, honoring the Christ consciousness as the path of love. We light a candle for all forms of Islam, honoring the path of submission to the will of God as the highest calling. We light a candle for the universalistic religion of Baha'i, honoring the path of unity and peace. And we light a candle for all forms of new thought, honoring the metaphysical path of mental healing through the practice of universal spiritual principles. And we light a candle yet for all of those who are yet unaware of the power and presence of spirit in their lives, and for the space that we are holding for them in this center, and for all religions unnamed in this ceremony. Thank you, Tom. So, being holy joyous in ordinary things. So my question, what excites you? What delights you? What brings joy to your heart? Now, I'm sure you can go through all of the normal answers, the first time you see a newborn baby, and, the day that you got engaged, the day that you fell in love, the day you bought your new home. And those are all great things. But if we were bring it down a bit, what about the things that are the ordinary, everyday, simple things? So when things are working correctly in the universe, a loss of innocence then would be followed in time by an increase in humanity. And that's sort of what's happening in our world right now. There is a loss of innocence, but at the same time, there's this group wishing to go forward and mend the world. Let us be kinder to one another. Let us care about our neighbors. Let us be in empathy and compassion. Yeah, I get it. Some are disgruntled over the politics, some are disgruntled over COVID, some are disgruntled because they're out of work, some are disgruntled because they can't see their family, and I get it. I too, I can't have my Christmas party this year, and we've all had fun at my Christmas parties, and I can't do that. So yeah, we all have this, but still, we're being called to a higher good, and that's the part I want to talk about today. See, time is funny. Time is funny with all this thing, because everything that time we perceive as robbing from us, it grants us something new. Sometimes it's a new friend, sometimes it's a better understanding of ourselves, and sometimes it's just a perfect day. So we have to enjoy all of that is around us, and look for the holy joyous in the things around to celebrate. Now, Jules will tell you it doesn't take much to excite me. I get holy joyous over little things, and Leanne used to laugh about that too. So I want to show you something. Okay, so what you can see is these are return address labels, right? And this says Merry Christmas to you, and then it says Unity Spiritual Center with our address, right? Okay, so what's the point of this? The point is, I asked Jules, could we have something for a holiday label a little bit different for the return addresses? And she said, sure. And I had no expectations whatsoever. However, when I came in on Tuesday and these were on my desk, I was wholly joyous. See, this is being wholly joyous with ordinary things. This delighted me. This delighted me because it's something for all of you. And by it delighting me, and by me sharing that with Jules, then she's a happier person. So do you see how something as simple as return address labels can make someone's day? This is me. I'm easy to please. You just need to know me well. So it's simple, right? Does it make sense what I'm saying? Simple, little, ordinary things. And so switching gears for a minute, I'm not sure how many of you know, but Marcus Aurelius, he was born in 120 AD, and then he was a Roman Empire and a philosopher in the year 161 to 180, wrote many beautiful meditations. I'm sure you're all aware of Marcus Aurelius. But what I like about his meditations is he wrote them as notes to himself. They were not written as some great and magnificent manifest that was going to be there for years and years and years. Somebody else did that for him, but he wrote them for himself. And years later, they're still an integral part of philosophy. And one of the meditations that I like, and I'll tell you about that in a minute, but here's another holy, joyous thing to explain what I'm talking about. So 3 weeks ago or more, I read this meditation. And it was in a book that was like from January to December. So it was January 18th on that particular page. And I said, oh, I want to use that meditation. I want to remember that. Now, I can tell you, normally I would forget because I didn't write it down. I mean, you know what it's like, one room to the other, and then we forgot why we went there. So yesterday when I sat down, I went, what is that date? What is that date? January 18th, and I was wholly joyous for ordinary things because I remembered something. Do you see, if we start celebrating ourselves in these little itty-bitty things, we're celebrating life. And it's all good and it's all God. So back to this meditation. This meditation was called See the World Like a Poet and an Artist. So think about this. If we can see the world like a poet with a poet's feelings or an artist's eyes, wouldn't we be wholly joyous for so many little things? So he writes this, pass through this brief patch of time in harmony with nature and come to your final resting place gracefully. So if we're passing through this lifetime, which is very short in the big scheme of things, and we're in harmony with nature, we live each moment, each season, and we're not living in the fear of death itself. And that fear can be crippling to some people. And then he goes on to say, listen to this, just as a ripened olive may drop, praising the earth that nourished it and grateful to the tree that gave it growth. I don't know about you, but I think that that is so poetic. Just as a ripened olive may drop. So he wrote all of these beautiful passages, but he captures the simplicity in it, the ordinary things of life, and even the seemingly unbeautiful events, including death itself. So as we move through this lifetime, being in harmony with nature, we cannot ignore the beautiful, ordinary things of life. I was Holy Joyous today to see that little bit of snow on all the rooftops across the river from me. See, I think it's not about leaving this planet gracefully. I think it's about gracefully and loving living while we're here. Gracefully loving living. Gracefully, with God's grace. So let's go back to the olive for a minute. Think about this as a painting. Okay, so you have a blank canvas in front of you. And then there's an artist on a hill, and there's one olive on the ground. So there's this beautiful hill, a tree, whatever the sky may be that day, and then there's one olive on the ground. What does that artist see? What do you see? See it, see the tree, see the landscape, see the olive. The simplicity of that one olive that is ready to either offer its nourishment if someone should pick it up, or gracefully go back into the earth. For me, that touches my soul. That touches my soul. So can you see that picture in your mind? Can you see can you feel what I'm speaking about? And you're saying yes. It takes an artist's eye to see that the end of life is not unlike a ripened fruit from the tree. There's so much charm and allure in nature's process. I love nature. I love Mother Nature. And I think she's a little fed up with us right now, truthfully. We just have to open our eyes more and give more credit. So something funny happened again yesterday that was exciting. So, and this was after I wrote this. So I was thinking about when I was writing, if you bake a loaf of bread. Okay, you bake a loaf of bread, and when you take it from the oven, fresh bread, the aroma, I mean, is that not something that can bring back memories of childhood, the bakery? Every Sunday in my family when I grew up, when my father went to, bakeries were open on Sunday because that's when you went and bought fresh things and get the hard rolls for the eggs, and then you get all of the buns and the cinnamon buns and the cheesecake buns and all those things, bring home fresh rye bread. So I was thinking about when you take the bread out of the oven, and you know how like sometimes when you buy a loaf of fresh bread and it's like split and it's cracked and you can see how it was made and how the process was, and it catches your eye. And there's joy in eating it. Think about hot bread with the butter dripping down your hands. Isn't that the best thing? I love it. Especially now that I'm older and I can lick my fingers and no parent's gonna yell at me. It's wonderful. So how holy joyous is that? How holy joyous is that? Just something as simple as taking a loaf of bread out of the oven. So yesterday afternoon, so I was telling Mary Ellen, I was having this thing all week. I wanted something sweet. I have no cake, no cookies, no candy, no ice cream, nothing in my house. The best I could do was a piece of toast with jelly, and it wasn't working for me. So I decided to bake a cake. I have a question. I realized that this was the first time in my life I ever baked a cake just for me. Have any of you just baked a cake just for you? No. Oh, Jules have. I haven't. No, Mary Ellen hasn't. No. I never baked a cake for myself. Now I know why. You can't stop eating it. That's the reason you don't do this. But here's the thing. Here's the thing that happened. So when I took the cake out of the oven, the top of it, I did it in a bundt pan, and the top of it, it was golden and crunchy, right? But it split like the bread that I was talking about in my talk, and there I get amusing myself being Holy Joyous about a simple thing. Holy Joyous about a simple thing. Holy Joyous about a simple thing. So we need to look deeper into all that's around us and find that joy and that delight in each thing or person we see. And look for the harmony and the grace of God in all things. Isn't being Holy Joyous with little things so much better than lingering in the dark, morbid places of our mind? I think so. So on Thursday, we had a small group in here, Tom and the Pollies and Jules and myself, and we did all this. We did it, and by the way, we did a great job. Yes, everybody, we did a great job. So anyhow, but it was funny and fun. And for me, because all these decorations except for the manger are mine, it gave me Christmas, even though I'm not doing Christmas home, because they brought me Christmas here. And then for Diane, Polly, I'm going, oh, look at this one, look at this ornament, look at this ornament, and this is from here, and this is when I got this. And then she brought out the one that said first year, Aubrey and Al, and I said, okay, don't put that one on there. Then we had our second Christmas together. Ron and Aubrey go, nah, don't put that one on there. And I don't know where the 5-year ball one was from Alan, but that one didn't go on there either. But it was fun, and we celebrated little tiny things. But I have to digress and tell you a funny story, though. So Tom is tinkering with the tree, right? And Diana's putting up all these little guys here. And I'm saying, David, go find the manger. So David goes back in my closet, and he says, there's no manger. And I said, well, maybe it's downstairs somewhere. And he goes downstairs looking for the manger, right? And then Tom pops up his head and says, oh, the manger's in the men's room in the closet. And David says, absolutely, of course. Why didn't I think of that? And you create funny little memories, and we'll probably, until I'm here every year, talk about the manger. Everyone who's here can't find it next year. It's in the men's room in the closet. So, but it's ordinary, simple things that make us laugh, that bring joy to us. And I know things are different now. I know that. A couple of years ago, a year ago, we were all in a different space, in a different life. Some of us, it was a great time, and maybe some of us had issues. We all come from different backgrounds, and yet almost this whole year, we've been thrown together in this kettle of soup, or as Rabbi Naomi Levy says, more like a thick stew. So we're in this. And yet, even now, some are still okay. I'm basically okay. Perhaps anxious, perhaps bored some days. Others are in a crisis mode. But in all our circumstances, adversity or advantage, we really have only one thing to do. Only one thing we can do. Focus on what we can control. What is in our control, and don't focus on what we can't control. What can we do right now? What can we do right now? And this too shall come to pass. It's written in the good book, so it must be true. And soon, real soon, things are going to start start to change, and newness will come, and spring will come like it always does, because it has to, because it's the law of nature. It's the law of the universe. So as we start moving within ourselves to cope with and know what we can control and what we can't, I am envisioning daffodils and tulips. That's what I'm envisioning. That's where my life will go right now. Because one thing that's constant is all this uncertainty, but we have freedom of choice of how to deal with it. And we can focus on holy, joyous things. We can. Because this is the truth. It's the ultimate truth. It's the universal truth. It's a circle. It keeps going. It keeps going, and it's a continuum. And life is a continuum. And for all of those that have been helped through this, when you get back on your feet, remember to pay it forward. You owe nobody anything. You don't owe a soul anything. What you owe is your soul to pay everything forward. And for all of those that are suffering from depression or anxiety, please ask for help from family, from caretakers, doctors, ministers, rabbis, priests. Ask for help. Don't let this consume you. And for those of you that are still working and sharing and helping those in need, all these things are simply ordinary things that we do because we're Holy Joyous. Life, the universe, is calling. Mother Nature is crying. Come on, people, smile on your brother. Everybody get together, love one another right now. So how about restarting your life right now? Want to restart your life? I do. It's a great day. I'm going to restart again. Okay, anybody with me? Restart. Yep, everyone's restarting. Okay, so if we're restarting our life, start living again. Yeah, we may be in, my prayer partner, I know he's not listening, but I'll tell him to, was making fun of me yesterday because I'm OCD, because I said I needed a week off before I start all my classes again, because I have to have everything in order and every drawer in order and cleaned out in my office and all these things. And he started singing about an OCD person. But then I was reading a book yesterday about a real OCD person, and like every pencil was in order. Mine aren't, they're a mess. And I just looked at my coat closet and I went, I think I need to ask Brenda to straighten that mess out. So I'm not that OCD, but if I'm going to take on a big project, how do I make it easier for myself? How do I take care of myself? How do you take care of yourself? How do you take care of yourself? Whatever works for you. And I wish Stephen was listening. He's listening to his own church. But it's okay to be whoever you are. Yes, all my hangers are the same. I have to tell you that. But other than that, I'm okay about this. I'm okay about it. But it's taking time to go back, because this pandemic, it doesn't stop kindness. It doesn't stop faith. It doesn't stop hope. It doesn't stop love. I feel more love in the past 6 months of my life than I have felt in ages. So much more. So we have to just come back to our core values, come back to our principles. And we all drift away from them sometimes, including me. It's normal. But if we can start living again right now, this moment, we can embrace change anytime we want. Take time for your soul to speak to you. Our soul is the God of our bodies. God is the soul of the world. The soul is the mirror of God within. So I ask you, what are you seeing? So here's what I know. This morning is almost over. Another hour, it's gone, it's done, it's finished. And taking care of us, just our individual self, in itself is a full-time job. And it can be fun if we can laugh at ourselves. I've had, and I was telling Jules, my mother was in a grave, she'd be turning over because I've made priorities in my house and they aren't dishes or making my bed because I have too much to do when they're on a time schedule. And I walked out of my bathroom this morning, so my bed isn't made, and one of the blankets was on the floor, and all the jewelry I've worn all week is laying on my dresser, and 2 pairs of shoes that I kicked off and haven't put away are there. And the summer dishes were in the sink, and all the Christmas cards are all out all over my dining room table. And I just looked and I said, it's so bad, and by kidding, I'm going to church. Be gentle with yourself. People ask me if I've ever done past life things. Here's my answer. I have enough trouble dealing with this life right here with who I am. I don't have time for past lives. Leave me, let them stay wherever they are. Taking care of ourselves. It's a full-time job. It's such a full-time job. Check it in the morning and check in at night and praise yourself for all the good and just make changes for what you might have done differently. That's all. So let us think that things that make things Holy Joyous. What makes things simply Holy Joyous? Any of you can think of one? What's simple that's Holy Joyous for you? Anybody?
A cup of coffee.
A cup of coffee? A good cup of coffee. Yeah, a good cup of coffee. Absolutely.
A good cup of hot green tea.
What is it?
A good cup of hot green tea.
Ah, yes, definitely hot green tea. Danny?
Well, this morning it was waffles with a lot of syrup.
Oh, that sounds good. Tom, what can make you Holy Joyous today? A simple thing.
Oh, just enjoying all the food that I've been blessed to be able to have available.
Ah, good. Mary Ellen?
Stepping outside for a walk and smelling good fresh air.
Yeah, simple things that make you happy. This is for sure. This is for sure. So let's just go within and think about this for a minute. And moving into meditation, this is what we know. Peace is mine. Peace is mine. And I'm resting in the stillness of peace. I am. I am. I am. And I have entered the beautiful calm. And peace is mine. Peace is mine. And I believe God is calling us, pleading with us. And I realize sometimes we're asked to do things we're resistant to do. What would that be for you? What stops you? So this week, ask yourself these questions. Where am I needed? Have I strayed from my purpose, my path? Am I self-satisfied? Have I become too complacent? Have I stopped learning? Have I stopped growing? And I ask myself, am I willing to very gently, very slowly, very willingly, ready to just step back on the path? And on this path, there is beauty all around. And think in your mind, what on that path would make you so wholly joyous? What would warm your heart? What would speak to your soul? What would make you dance with joy? And know all of these things are the ordinary, simple things in life. So our challenge this week for myself, for each one here, for all of you out there, just look and praise and bless all of the ordinary simple things and be wholly joyous. And when you're ready and when it's comfortable and when your heart is full, come back to this place, to this room, this environment, and bring love with you and joy and peace, and take it with you for the week. Let it be your mantra, and enjoy. Another one. I think we're not gonna do it. The choir didn't show up today, and we really need to talk to that choir director, but I don't know where she is. So, not announcements, our offertory prayer. Hey, you guys have been doing marvelous, 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 marvelous. it warms my heart and it warms the heart of the board to know that so many people are intent that we keep the doors open during this pandemic. And believe me, from my heart and from the board's heart and from all of your hearts, thank you so much. And our offertory prayer is, the love of God inspires me to give in the spirit of generosity. I give with love and joy to ensure the growth of this ministry and this Unity Center. And so it is, and thank you, God. And of course, we did say thank you, but again, thank you to Tom and Jules and Diane and Dave Pauly for all of the work they did. Not only did they do all of this.
Mike Bookerhead.
Yes, Mike stopped in, yes, I remember Mike came in later. And, sorry, Mike. And also, not only that, so I went downstairs, like Sandy and I came in on Friday to finish up and to bring in the poinsettias and things. And then we went downstairs and I said, oh, it's like gonna be a cyclone down here because all the fall stuff is down there. And I went downstairs and it was magnificently everything away. And I was blown away. So thank you and thank you and thank you for all of that. Again, the Men's Fellowship and the Women's Circle of Friends is on hold for now. And good news, welcome back. Jackie Schwark has accepted the social media communication director position, and you will be seeing a lot more of our name on all of those things, plus keeping our webpage updated. So Jackie, we love you. We're glad you're back, and thank you so much. Safe Harbor. Which way we go? Doesn't matter. Safe Harbor of Sheboygan. Okay, guys, let's get with it. We only have 8 cards that come in. Our goal is 25, and we're dropping. Yes.
More.
I added those.
Oh.
I added those 4. Yeah, I added those 4. Actually, we have 9. Yeah, we have 9 that have come in. So our goal is for 25 cards. Let's do that. We also have a basket in the back, and you guys are bringing in all little goodies and things, shampoos and conditioners, body wash, and all of those things that the women and children will need while they're there, and also when they get out on their own, when they get into a new safe place. So let's do that. Come on, we can do it. You can go get a $10 gift card from Walmart or Kohl's or Target. Let's do that. Come on, let's do it. Yeah. It's good. It's all good. We can do this. So, Christmas celebration, December 20th. For all of you that have been in quarantine and feel totally safe, if you possibly can come comfortably on December 20th, we will be doing our holiday service then. We will not be doing one on the Friday night due to COVID, but we are allowed to be open. We are allowed 25 people. So the doors will be open. We will be here, and we hope to see you all for that. Zoom Book Club is meeting 12 to 1:30 on Wednesdays by Zoom. If you want to join and haven't, you can, and you don't have to come every week. So you can just show up, but you have to let Jules know so that we send you an invitation to Zoom with us. And I think, let's see what else is going on. Oh, the Spirit of Christmas booklets are on the back. If you want to chip in $1 for them, that's great. And if you don't have $1, feel free to take one. It's all good. Christmas caroling, yay, we're going to Christmas carol. We're going to meet in front of Festival Food Store Saturday, December 12th at 1 p.m. or 12:45. We will be collecting money for the Red Bucket for Salvation Army and sing carols. Please be there. We have the books, we have the words, we'll bring our basket of scarves, and if you have any ugly sweaters, you can wear them, or you can wear a pretty sweater if you want to, and let's do that. Festival Foods was really excited about us coming there, and they were in such gratitude for that. So let's just do that. Okay. All right. Anything from the peanut gallery? Anybody have anything they want to share? No? Okay. Then do we have music or just music for the last song?
We have music.
But no singers? Let's not do that. It doesn't work. It doesn't work good. Tom and I can't carry it. Maybe if you're out there with me. But anyhow. So we are going to say goodbye for today. And just blessings, be well, be safe. When you can stay home, stay home. When you're out, be respectful of other people, have your mask on, and know that this is coming to an end. It's coming to an end. Think spring, think daffodils, think tulips, think new birth, new earth, greenery, and be well. God bless, and we will see you next week.